Today, it is 45 degrees here in South Louisiana, but it is also very, very sunny, and I think snakes would be out today. Now, snakes can't actually go all the way underground here in Louisiana this time of year, mostly because the water table is so high. So we're going to be out here specifically looking for rattlesnakes and seeing what these snakes are doing during the winter. Let's go. While the rest of the United States is covered in snow and ice, here in South Louisiana, we have very mild winters, which allows me to get a good look at the reptile life. Today, I'm specifically scouting a new area for rattlesnake populations. There's not too many trees out here. There's stuff to hide under, which is kind of a bummer. Makes it a lot harder to find things here in the wintertime. The best way to find things is under cover. Palmetto. Palmettos are good for snakes. Stuff like this is really good. You can get rat snakes, occasionally king snakes. I actually find scarlet kings and stuff in places like Florida. I've seen ribbon snake right there. That's a little rat snake. Oh, he's pretty. Look, can you see him right there? Yep, that's how you see him. He is gorgeous. What? What is up with this snake? Here's a pink tongue. That's not normal. I've never seen a rat snake that looked like this, ever. This snake is some kind of color morph. I am not kidding. He's got a pink tongue, which is not normal. Normally they have a bright red tongue here, or a black tongue, depending on where you're at. He has no brown or red. Man, it's an absolute shame, but check this out. He's got a fully nubbed tail. Something definitely tried to eat this snake and came very close to getting it. I mean, he has no tail left. Zero tail. Now, I am not sure what the coloration of this snake is. There's a lot of different names for a lot of different color morphs. This one is specifically lacking in brown and red pigmentation. Whatever the color morph for that is what this snake is. Because his tongue is almost colorless. It's kind of like more of a pinkish color, but it's super faded. It's not the color it should be. He has no brown, and even his patterning is different. He almost looks like a white oak rat from Florida. That's what this almost looks like, is the gray rats from North Florida. That's what this most reminds me of, but it's not that. This is a Texas rat snake, a western rat snake. I'll have to look up some more information on these later because I don't know how often these are found. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. Definitely a Texas rat, but definitely a color morph of a Texas rat. Really cool way to see one as well. Really special snake. We're going to go ahead and put him back because this is not specifically what we're looking for today. But we're going to keep looking. See you, bud. Actually, I'm going to put you right back there. A little chilly, but you can still move. There you go. Good deal. Snakes will hide in the absolute strangest places. The most typical places would be burrows, but some snakes prefer to hide in logs, piles of leaf litter, or other debris, and anywhere else they can wedge themselves away from the cold. Right at the edge of this log. Little baby one, too. It's a copperhead. Look at that. And you can kind of see a little shredded area, most likely by hogs. But he's got plenty of spots he can go back there and hide. And he's just sitting out getting a little bit of sun. Hey, bud. Sticks are typically going to be a bit easier for these smaller snakes. And look at that. Copperheads are an incredibly variable snake. They can range from a light pink almost to a whitish coloration. Once you get out west, you're going to get those dark oranges. Here, they're more that light faded coloration. These are actually my favorite looking copperheads anywhere in the United States. Copperheads, as I've said before, don't have a super potent venom, but you should still definitely respect this snake's venom. They have been known to kill people. People have died from copperhead bites. It's very rare, but it does happen. And you should always treat this like a venomous snake. Don't treat it like anything less than a pit viper, just because it's the least toxic of all of our pit vipers. This thing is venomous, can still bite, can still kill. But as you'll notice, these snakes don't want that. Super, super calm demeanor, hasn't even once tried to strike. Most likely because of this cooler weather, they're not going to be doing too much anything. Really nice, fat, healthy little one. He's still got that yellow tail for attracting prey. I'd have to guess that on a day like today, he'd be sitting there just during the hottest part of the day, and he'd have that little tail up, trying to lure in some lizards. And if he doesn't get anything, he'd be fine to go back into his log for the night. But in the next couple days, this guy is going to be going in that log and not coming out. Wow, that is a very nice snake. Ooh. A little bit difficult to work these little tiny vipers on these sticks. especially less athletic ones like cottonmouths and copperheads, but a really nice looking snake. We're gonna go ahead and put him back on his log, and we're gonna keep looking for more snakes, but that is awesome. You see, bud? Check out what he's doing. He's going to dig. See how he's trying to find a place to go? And where he's gonna end up going, look at that, right back there. Wow, that is great stuff. Lots of space, lots of good areas for him to go back there. If you have a look at this log, this is what the snakes are gonna be living here in Louisiana during the winter time. So these logs are a perfect, nice, high, and dry spot for them to live. He'd probably also catch a couple of lizards in there this winter time, but he can hang out in this log for the entirety of the winter, come out in the spring, and be good to go, which is important why we actually have these logs out here. Unfortunately, this area is pretty shredded, but you can imagine if there's not enough of these here, the snakes have a really hard time in the winter. Have a look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Big old rabbit burrow. Mammals that dig burrows in these more sandy areas are a good sign of the canebrake that I'm looking for. Since this area is built up, there might be a good few feet of dry area for these snakes to hide in. Rabbits and cotton rats in particular dig great burrows from many other species we'll see, and it looks like we've gotten into a good amount of burrows here. It looks like a burrow. Very nice. Oh, there's a snake hanging out on it. Whoa! Look at that. Little canebrake. This is an interesting area. We've got all this different cane stuff, hence canebrake, but it's super sandy. Like, this is not typical area to me at least. Oh, he is perfectly coiled up. Look at that. He's not even gonna move in these temps. I'm surprised he's even out. I guess because it just got super sunny today, you can still see these snakes. Now you can see a behavior here that you'd be more likely to see in things like diamondbacks and snakes out west, which is hanging out right at the mouth of a burrow. This isn't something you're gonna see too often with canebrakes, and this is a really special sight to see because of that. You can see these snakes out in the open. In fact, I found them moving around, gosh, I think last year I saw one on the road, it was 45 degrees, so same temp as now. I think it's 46 degrees and sunny right now. Oh, he's tongue flicking, he's awake. He's awake, have a look at that. Oh my goodness, stunning little baby cane right there. Look at that snake. Not even rattling his tail, but I can tell you right now, this snake would strike if I got any closer. Oh, there we go, there's that tail. Ah, he just sprayed me. That's the second time that's happened in the last couple months, and it never happened to me in my life. Canebrakes can actually spray musk, and he just sprayed my hand and my face. Whew, that is strong. I'd have to guess that this is a little male, just given his attitude. He has got spunk. This is probably the spunkiest little canebrake I've ever found. Canebrakes do have dangerous venom. Even one of this size would easily be able to kill a person. Not nearly as toxic as some of the other rattlesnakes. Okay. I was hoping to kind of stretch you out and show everybody how little you are, but you're smart. Now you might look at this snake and go, wow, very vibrant, probably pretty easy to spot, right? No. Incredibly difficult snake to spot in almost any environment. I mean, you can be in rocky environments, you can be in these canes, you can be in the swamp, you can be anywhere. And this is a hard snake to make out. Those chevrons, the line, and all those different multitudes of colors break out their patterning very well. Incredibly difficult snake to spot. Canebrakes are pretty widespread throughout Louisiana, but they have these little pocket population, which is why I'm really glad we're getting to check this area out today. This little population that would live in this area would probably be spending a lot of its time underground, which is why I'm really happy to see this one out. This sandy, caney environment, it's really cool. Probably a great place for these canebrakes to be hanging out. We've already seen a couple rabbits. We're seeing the rabbit burrows. We're getting to see these guys in the dead of winter, and we're gonna go ahead and let this snake go. He's probably gonna head down his burrow. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to check out some of our videos with pygmy rattlesnakes. Another little tiny rattlesnake with a lot of attitude. And we will see you guys next time. All right, time to put this guy back by his burrow. That is awesome. What an awesome snake. In an awesome area too. There you go, bud. Back down your burrow. He was probably gonna head there anyway in a minute because it is sunset.